And four. Okay, I think we should be good. Okay, hey, good morning, afternoon, evening. Give me a big wave if you're here with us live, or throw a five in the chats if you are not on camera. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this call. So Monday through Friday, we've been doing within the Champions Network a call called the Income Producing Activity Call, where we hear from you. I love the calls. I love hearing those wins and everything. But Fridays, or at least one day a week, we do like to be specific and tactical and topical, because our goal is to always sharpen the sword, right? We run a week by week business. Who here loves the opportunity that we have to earn weekly, right? Some of us might be used to, maybe you've had a job before that pays bi-weekly, and that's cool. Maybe it's monthly. Some jobs, like teachers, for example, get paid monthly. Maybe you've been involved in other network marketing companies. Many of them are monthly pays. But it's nice to have a weekly pay, to know that you have this pace and this track and everything. And what's the goal? The goal is every week to sharpen up. Every week, it's kind of like if you have a race car and going laps around the track, it's like, all right, let's go hit the car. Let's go like sharpen things up, tune things up. And skills make labor easier, right? Skills make labor easier. So our goal on this call and Academy is to sharpen up the skills, sharpen up the confidence, sharpen up the belief, give you some strategy, so that when you continue to do the daily do, and our daily do's are very simple. We have a simple launch system. You launch your business. We have this color block pin post. We have 2 posts a day that you do, a personal post, a business post. You do what's called the engagement sandwich. You start connecting with other people so they can see your stuff. And then you drive them with the boards, and we have this whole IPA tracker. Like the actions are not difficult. It's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. The hardest thing is staying disciplined and organized. Has anyone felt that way too? You're like, I know I could do it, but it's just life gets in the way, and you have family, you have stuff, and blah, blah, blah. But it's okay. The goal is day by day, week by week, month by month, is to continue to just do the daily do. And consistency over the course of time will always yield wins. So with that, what's our target today? Our target today is to unveil to you what we call the 6-figure blueprint. Okay. Put 6 figs in the comments below. We have figured out, after doing this business for a long time, there's certain behaviors or certain patterns that help you to actually drive your business in a scalable way to generate a 6-figure plus business. Now, some of you might not want 6 figures. Like, it's a nice goal to have, but it's not like what your need and desires, and that's okay, right? Take this, scale it down to what you want. But some of us not just want that, some of us need that, some of us need more. Who here is hungry? If you know that I can make an extra $10,000 a month, that would absolutely change my life. Put it me in the comments if you're like, wow, and it will. I'm telling you, like, through this type of a business, if you're able to do that, which everyone is able to, whether it takes 3 months, 6 months, 6 years, it's worth it. So some of us are fast growers. I'm going to have Donna Sambula up here in a bit, and she's going to talk about her growth. 5 months got to the 6-figure level. Some of us are slow growers. It took 3 months. So I'm talking about senior officer. So officer, you hit in 3 months. Yeah. Senior officer in 5 months, which both amazing, right? For me, to be honest, I was a slower person. It took me 6 years to hit my first 6-figure year, right? But who here, even if it took 6 years, is still cool with a 6-figure recurring income. Like, that's nice, right? So just there's different flavors, there's different sides. It's okay, but we will give you the blueprint, we'll give you the track, we'll give you the philosophies on how this all works. And what I want you to walk away with today is a framework on how the business actually works, right? There's a scripture that says that before you build the house, you have to count the cost. You have to know how this all works. And so many times, many people don't succeed in their partner co-business just because they don't know. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to expect. They're like, I guess I'm just going to post and sell these drops and do this thing. But does it actually work and everything, right? So with that, we're going to talk about a couple of things. So let me flash this real quick to give you an overview. This is in USD. We have this in multiple different currencies, but in USD, we have pinned, there's certain income levels that also associate with certain titles. Titles here are a 1 week production metric. And when you're at that production level, you'll hit this cool title. You'll never lose it. Titles don't mean everything, but it is a nice thing to track and to grow to, okay? So the one that we want to look at is this thing called senior officer, okay? And I'd submit for everybody to put that on your vision board, for everybody to put that as a goal, whether now or later that you're going to hit it, like that's the thing to do. Okay, why? Because when you hit senior officer, you're at $14,000 a month USD. You're at $160,000 a year. And guys, with tax advantages, because we get paid as a business, that's almost like you're getting paid. You're probably at a job in the United States. Who here believes that $250,000 a year is a really nice income from a career, right? Like that's not many people get there. Here, if you're making $160,000 a year of business income because of the tax write-offs and the advantages, for example, last year, personally, instead of at our income level, usually when we live in California, we would probably pay close to 50% in tax. Anyone want to guess how much percent we had to pay in tax last year for the income that we made in PartnerCo? Throw in the chat if you had a guess. All right, not zero. We do pay tax. We paid 10%. Okay, so you get much more. Yeah, Pam got it right. A lot more take-home money with tax advantages. So it's not just the money you earn, but it's how much you keep. So when I talk about $160,000 a year of USD, that's like you're making $250,000 plus in a job. That's why I say you can get paid like a medical professional without needing to go into debt to go to school, without needing the taxes, without the stress. And you actually have flexibility, you have freedom, you can travel, you can be with your kids, you can do all the stuff. And I don't know if you guys consider this work. Who here loves just being in this community? It's fun, it's cool, it's like, so it's nice, right? So it's absolutely worth it. So that's the target. But the question is, how do you get there? We're going to dive in to something called 10 and 2 today. Some of us are aware of this. Some of us have ran this. Some of us, your first time to hear that concept. These are concepts when we first onboarded Cindy and Lindsay. They are duplication masters, scale masters. I love their minds. They're brilliant. And they said, you know what? We need to find a way for the average person to win. We're going to do this thing called 10 and 2. They ran it and it yielded a lot of success. And it's going to be cool. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to have a whiteboard, if you noticed. So we're going to take down some notes and everything, and we're going to go through some numbers. It's important that you know the numbers because it's kind of like, you know, who here, by the way, when you first heard about the drops, you were a little skeptical, right? You're like, I don't know, it sounds too good to be true. What's in the drops? What are the ingredients? You want to know a little bit about them, that it's not, you know, weird stuff that's in there. So it's the same when we say 6 figures in 6 months, we all want that, but we're skeptical. Really? Is that just hype? Is that just, you know, is that just stuff? We're going to actually look at the ingredients today. We're going to look at the breakup of this a little bit. Okay. And all right, so let's go through this. So I wrote out a couple things and let me break this down a little bit. I'm going to try to do this in 15 minutes. I'm going to go fast. Our target is 6 figures in 6 months. Okay. And to do that, how do we do it? I'm going to take a picture of this before I actually erase this. Boom. All right. Our target is senior officer, like we just showed right there. $14,000 a week, $160,000 a year. Here's the volume total, okay? Annika Bell, CEO, just launched a GG Vitality. What I love, when she came on board, she's a business guru and master. This is what she said about our compensation plan. Anyone ever confused about our comp plan? How do you get paid? You know, here's what she realized when she evaluated her comp plan. I want you to write this down. All you have to do in this business is chase volume. Chase volume. Okay. Put that in the chat. It's important to understand because it's the major thing in any business. The way that you make more money is there's more sales volume. It's not about your rank, power, pay, whatever. It's just if your business overall does more volume, you're going to make money, right? And we have the highest paying comp plan. Some of you saw we dropped in the groups. There's an amazing trainer that Tim Sales did on proving how PartnerCo pays the best, 52% actually, compared to the rest of the comp plans in our profession. So what is the volume that we chase? To hit senior officer in 1 week, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a month. Okay, that's how we're breaking it down. Imagine you're building 2 lines. That's what we tell people to focus on. Give me the big picture first, okay? In 1 week, our target is to do 13,334 points of new volume, new sales volume that week. One on your line one, one on your line two. That could be you by yourself, but probably it's going to be you and a team. Okay. Imagine 100 people all doing 133 points each. That's 13,334, the power of duplication and scalable income. Okay. So that's our target. Weekly, you want that new volume. That means weekly, you're doing 26,668 points a week. Okay. That's around 40,000 US dollars of sales a week as a business. But not just week one. Who here wants to continue to make 6 figures plus, right? So it's not just hitting the title once and you rest on your laurels. You're like, all right. No, it's about building a business that can continue to produce that new volume weekly. Okay. So week 2, you do the same thing. Week 3, you do the same thing. Week 4, you do the same thing. If you did that 4 weeks, together, your entire business that month did 106,662 points that month. That's around $150,000 of sales to make $14,000 a month from that organizational volume. Remember, this is not just from your own personal sales. This is from your entire business. And that's what it will actually look like. Okay. Subscription counts as volume. All sales are volume. What is volume? Sales. Any sale done is volume. Volume is volume, right? Chase volume. So it doesn't matter if it's new volume bonus or base commission, or if it's from a customer or partner or your teammates. If it's in your business and it's volume, it all counts. If this makes sense so far, but makes sense in the comments below. My goal is to keep it simple, just the concepts of this. Now you're going to have a couple of responses here. You're going to be like, either got it, sweet, okay, know the number. The other thought is, that's a lot of volume. I know. I want you to challenge your disbelief. You're an entrepreneur here, right? If you start up a restaurant and you want to make money through the restaurant, you know your numbers. The number is the number. There's no emotion to the number. That's the game. Our goal now that we know the target, then at least you have an end target. You don't have to flop anymore. You don't have to flail anymore. You don't have to guess and hope and pray. All right, I just hope I can make money. There's a hope. It's just numbers, okay? Now, if you really think about it, what we are producing and what we're training you to do is really, if you scale this over a year, you're doing over 1 million volume points a year. You're actually producing a $1 million revenue year, $1 million year revenue business. Who here likes there's a nice ring to say, I run a 7-figure business. Who here would love to be able to say that about yourself? I run a 7-figure business, right? That's pretty powerful. If you think about it, a 7-figure business, how much was your investment, by the way, into your business? Like, put it in the comments below. How much did you invest into PartnerCo? Like, it's not free. Yeah, it's $30. And then if you count the cost of products, let's just say you buy an Ultimate and you consider that an investment. I think it's products you're going to buy or sell, whatever. But maximum, that's $2,500 or 4,000 Canadian. Sure. Okay. A $4,000 Canadian business. For a business, there's no overhead, there's no inventory, there's no shipping costs, there's no legal fees, there's no marketing costs, you don't have to build the website, you don't have to distribute. You can be sitting in Punta Cana, as many of you are about to be in, sipping on a pina colada, doing business from your phone, connect someone around the world, and it'll ship to them. And boom, you're building a 7-figure business where you're still with your kids, where you're still able to do, like, what? What? Tell me a better business than that. Tell me a better business than that. Okay. So that's our target. If you got this so far, put got it in the comments below. That's high level. Then I'm going to break this down a little bit more. You're like, okay, I got the target, but James, how do I do it? Here's the truth. First of all, I want to give you a mindset because I know some of us get stuck up on the how. Anyone else like me? You're like, how? Here's the truth. When the why is strong, the how becomes easy. When the why is strong, the how becomes easy. You will always figure out a way if you're committed to your target and committed to your goal. But what I will lay out to you is a simple strategy and a framework that if you have your targets on, it'll help more so. It'll help your subconscious believe it. But I promise you, if you're willing to accept by faith that this is possible for you, you'll figure it out. You'll crack the code. But let's help everyone else like me that are, I need some convincing. Okay. So I'm going to erase this. I'm going to erase this. I'm going to take a screenshot of this real quick. All right, actually. There we go. Okay. There we go. So how do we do this? This is the framework now that Cindy and Lindsay pioneered. If you love Cindy and Lindsay, put CL in the comments below. So grateful for a collaboration of all of our amazing leaders. Like truly, that's one of the biggest things within our organization. We all collaborate. There's so many different amazing minds here. It's going to help. Okay, so our goal is to do this 10 and 2. There's a concept that Cindy taught me right in the beginning, which is called Rockstar versus the system. Some of you guys might remember this. Because what happens is many times when we think about that target, okay, I'm going to build a 7-figure business. What we think that means is you have to be the rock star. You have to be the social media guru. You have to be the charismatic leader. You have to be the one that can enroll everyone. You're the one that has a Midas touch. You're like that one that leads the charge, okay? And if you are like that, and I believe we should aspire to become a better leader, more effective in everything, the truth of the matter is in a network marketing business done properly, it's not so much being the rock star. In fact, this is harder to duplicate because not everyone's a rock star right away. It's not as relatable. It's about being and understanding the system, okay? So with that, let's break this down how it works. I'm going to use an example where in 1 month, we have 4 weeks, and we're going to start with only selling drops as an example. You can sell many things, right? But just for sake of example, we're going to lean on drops because that's what we lead in our system. How does this work? Let's say there's 4 weeks in a month. And the rock star is the one comes in, they're like, I'm going to go crush this. We tell them our goal is to do 10 and 2. 10 customers, 2 partners. Do that as soon as possible, okay? This will break down in a bit. Let's say the rockstar comes in, highly influential. They come in first week, they do 10 customers. They're like, yeah, got this. You're looking at them like they're an alien. You're like, how do you do that? By the way, who here has sold at least 10 sets of drops in your career already? Put a 10 in the comments below. A lot of people that you just follow the systems and you're going to start selling, right? Look at that in the chat. If you sold 10 sets of drops, that means you made at least $500, by the way. So everyone here has made at least $500, which is like a lot of people. So congratulations. Let's say Rockstar does 9 the second week. Rockstar slows down a little bit, does 7 the third week. Then slows down a little bit more, does 4 the third week. The reality is, as much of a rockstar that you are, we're all limited in our capacity, right? We're going to do the best that we can. So in total, they did 30 drops that month. Okay. 30 drops. There's 76 points per drop. If you're doing this online, I'm not counting some buy in bulk and resell. I'm just saying you sold this through a link, for example. Okay. So if you do the math, it's 2280 points that you did in that 1 month. We're chasing volume, remember? Okay. Then there's many things that go in the comp with this, but just we're looking at sales volume. All right. If you're still with me, put a 1 in the comments below. That's Rockstar. That's amazing. 30 drops in a month. So if you were able to sell 30 drops in a month, we consider you a rockstar. That's amazing. But the system is different. The system is this. Okay. You have the same 4 weeks. And let's say you're slower. You do 3 the first week, 2 drops the second week, 2 drops the third week, 3 drops the fourth week. That is 10 sets of drops. Okay. So 10 drops. 76 PV. You did 760 points. It's still less. But here's the power. You did 10 and 2. You sponsored 10 customers and you enrolled 2 activated brand partners. So imagine you also had brand partner number 1. Activated is 200 PV. And let's say you had brand partner number 2. That's 200 PV. This is the magic, guys. This is where network marketing really comes in. So total, that has 400 points, right? 200 times 2 is 400. So 200, 200, 760. month one, you had a total sales volume of 1160 PV. Okay. You had 10 customers, you had 2 partners, all that's volume, 1160 versus 2280. Month one, let's use this as an example, Rockstar's still winning out. Do you have that snapshot now? This is where we're starting at. So this is when you start to feel like, oh man, they're coming in, they're crushing it so much. I'm not this guru or this charismatic person. Like, man, can I really do this? I promise you, though, everybody, if you follow the systems in place, you can enroll 12 people, at least 2 of them being activated brand partners. Okay. All right. Got this? All right. Who's ready for month 2? Put a 2 in the comments. This is when it gets more exciting. All right. It's like a penny doubling every single day. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let's go here now. Month 2, Rockstar, still here, does the same thing. Let's say the Rockstar is still rockstarring it and still does 30 drops a month. It does 9, does 10, does 4, does 7. Same 30 drops, same 2280 points. This is now when the system becomes powerful, because remember now, the following month, you're still doing 10 customers and 2 partners. If you want to increase duplication, recruit faster. Okay. But let's say it's at least 10 customers and 2 partners. But remember, you now have 2 others. At this moment, this is your tree. Remember, last month you recruited 2 people. So it's now you and 2 others. And let's assume they all run the system. You have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Well, all 3 of them, guess what? Let's say they all did the same thing. 3 drops, 2 drops, 2 drops, 3 drops. Let's say they all did 10 drops. But it's times 3 now. Times 3 partners times 76 PV. Month 2, your system has now caught up with just drop sales up to the Rockstar. After this, Rockstar is just left in the dust, because more people moving in the same direction will always produce more than just one superstar, one Rockstar. Remember also, all 3 of them are also enrolling 2 more partners. So you not only have this much sales volume from your drops, guess what? You enrolled 2, they enrolled 2, 3 times 2 equals 6. So you have 6 new brand partners, 200 points each. That's 1200 PV. So total in month 2 of sales volume, you have, let me make sure I have my numbers down here, right? 3480 PV total. In month 2 of just implementing the system, you're plugging in, you're launching them, you're getting them connected, you're doing the 7-day launch, you're doing everything. You did more sales than Rockstar already. Who here wants to be the system person? You want to scale, you want to win and everything. Remember, all you're doing different, you're doing the same thing. You're still enrolling 3 people a week, basically. You're still enrolling 12 people a month, but you want to duplicate this. Okay, now you're ready to get something really exciting. Yeah, with the Machine 2.0 launching, it's going to explode. At this point, I'm going to stop talking about the Rockstar because they're limited. They just have personal income, which is fine. Oh, by the way, all of this does not include getting subscription. We're not including it in it. Remember, all of your customers, if they love the product, they're going to rebuy. So the numbers I'm giving right now don't even include subscription volume, which is the name of the game. I'm just giving you this. Okay. All right, I'm going to speed through these other numbers just so you can see how this works. Month 3. This is what's going to happen. Month 3. You're now going to have, remember, you ended month 2 with 9 total partners. So you're going to end month 3 with 27 partners in your team. And you're going to collectively, everyone's doing 10 and 2. You're going to have 10,440 points total in that month of sales volume. Month 4, remember everyone just continue to do 10 and 2. You're now going to end that month with 81 brand partners with a total volume of 31,320 PV in a month. Month 5, you're now going to end this month with 243 brand partners and 93960 PV that month. And month 6, this is 6 figures in 6 months. You're going to end that month with, let me make sure I'm doing my math here right, 243 times 3. 729 brand partners at a whopping 281,880 PV. In 6 months of you simply every month enrolling 3 people a week, at least 10 customers and 2 activated brand partners. This is not including subscription volume. And then you simply taught your 2 brand partners to do 10 and 2, follow the system every single month. In 6 months, you produced 281,880 points in 1 month. If you're mind blown at all, throw something in the chat. You're doing the same thing. You far beat out the rock star, okay? Now, let me recount. I want you to remember this number here, 281,880. Does anyone recall have the number down of, we talked about doing senior officer. Yeah. Senior officer, we had a monthly target. Remember, it was 13,334, down 4 weeks. And the total number for that was, I think it was something like what, 106,000 points, right? Our target for the month, I have it here. 106,672 PV per month. So what we're saying here is in 6 months, you'll actually have doubled what you need to have a 6-figure earnings business, a 7-figure business, simply by following the system. Okay. Thanks for putting that in the chat. Guys, do you see the power of that? So if you think, little old me, can I do something like this? Can I scale something major? Can I scale something massive? You just have to see how this scales. This business is exponential, right? Remember, this is not subscription volume. And a lot of other things happen in this too. And that's a perfect case scenario, of course. But we've seen businesses actually scale that. Well, James, does this really happen? Well, I want to bring up my good friend and your good friend, Miss Donna Sambula, who, Donna, tell us, welcome. When you got started in when did you get started in Partner Co?
It was a year on May 1st.
A year on May 1st. Okay. Tell us, who was Donna? Where were you at in your life, in your finances, everything at that point when you got started?
Actually, I was probably at the lowest ever was. I was not only physically and mentally drained, I was financially drained, and I was facing foreclosure. Actually, I think at that moment, I had 2 weeks to come up with what I needed to save my home. And yeah, so
Wow.
you hit me when you said when the why is strong, the how is easy. And that is exactly where I was at, and I needed to save my home. So I needed to do whatever it took. And when I came, everything was different. It was not a comp plan that I understood. It wasn't anything like I was ever used to with my previous company. Um, I didn't understand a lot of it. I think a lot of it was the fog in my brain too, because of where I was mentally. But also, I just saw Danielle and I reached out to her, and we had a short visit and I really believe God led me to that short visit of a previous company so I could meet Danielle to come here. So I saw Danielle posting the uh the drops, and I was like, my history was always weight loss. I helped a lot of people lose weight. With my previous company, I lost 155 pounds. So people trusted me with weight loss. And the company we were at didn't have that. So when I
Mm,
saw Danielle post the drops, I asked her about it. And it started from that day. It was like, okay, I wanted to know more. I saw her
mm,
pin post, her launch post, and that's actually where I think I actually commented and said, I want to know more.
mm,
And when I asked her questions, she was, I didn't realize she was so new. She only started 2 days prior to me. She launched 2 days before me. But the way she spoke,
we didn't
the
bring her
way
up.
yep, the way she spoke, I really thought this girl's a genius. She's been in this company for years and didn't tell me, or like she had this knowledge and she just kept saying, you have to focus on 10 and 2, 10 and 2, 10 and 2. So that was my focus. My focus was nothing else but 10 and 2 because I had this why. I needed to make this work. And when she told me what she made her first week, I was like, okay, I got to do this. So I launched, I did my, she showed me the guides. She led me in the direction of the duplication, the simple system that we have there. And I posted my launch post immediately that day, right, Danielle? I think it was that day. I didn't even have products yet. I thought, I can't wait a week for products to come. I need to save my home. So I launched and I woke up the next morning and my feed exploded, my messenger exploded, my text messaging exploded, and I'm like, wow, what is this? And I asked Danielle, Danielle, like, what do I do? I don't know how to handle all these people. And she said, it's okay. There's a system. Now you're going to plug them into this. And that's what I did. I just followed the system, followed Danielle's direction. And what she did with me, I did with my people as they came in. It's just
Wow.
keep it simple.
And 90 days in, you hit what title?
90 days I hit officer,
You hit officer. And then how long after that was it you hit senior officer?
2 more months,
Oh my gosh. So
five
five
months in,
months
five
to go
months
senior
in.
officer. Come on. And what were you able to, how was your last year compared to, how was your last winter time compared to when you first got started?
Well, when I came from not even being able to afford a PXP ticket, because you guys were all talking about PXP when I came in, and I didn't even know what PXP was, but then I heard it was the big event. And I know how important it is to attend these events. And I wanted to be there so bad, but I couldn't be there. I couldn't afford that. My focus was I had to save my home. So I was there a year ago, and a year later, I mean, even less than a year later, I was able to pay the what they needed me to catch up. And then I continued by paying an additional on it. And now if I want to, I can make double payments. I paid cash. I had nothing was on credit cards for the kids' Christmas. And it was a big Christmas this past year. And and when my kids saw the tree, the grandkids, and they came over because I don't wrap them all right away. It's like right before I'll wrap them all. So it's like all of a sudden it's an empty tree and then there's a tree with gifts. And when my grandkids saw it, they were like, oh my gosh, Grandma, are these all for us? And it was. And to know that I had no debt with that, it was all paid for with cash. And when I'm able to bless people, because that's my heart, I love to give. But my finances didn't allow me to give like I wanted to. And now I can. I don't have to look at my bank account to see how much is in there because I know it's there. And to get this weekly pay that we get, it's such a blessing. And if you're new here and you think you need to know it all, honestly, there's still stuff in the comp plan that I don't get. And but that's okay. Just follow the system because be coachable, be obedient, and because God blesses the obedient more than he blesses the brilliant. You don't need to know everything up here. So just
Oh,
just do what you're shown. And we didn't, Danielle, we speak of this all the time. We did not have even all the tools. Yep.
you got to show us the back. So the front says, I may not know everything, but I do know this damn system works. Who here would love a shirt like that, by the way? Put a me in the comments. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Danielle, so you're in the mix of all this. You led the charge. On this, I mean, what's on your heart as you're hearing all this?
Oh my gosh, Donna, she's making me cry. Just going back to that, that journey of a little over a year ago and how much this has changed Donna's life, my life, so many others. And it's just to remember where we came, humble beginnings, because we didn't come here really, we wanted change, but I was coming from a tough journey myself, and healing from a major surgery. And I didn't just wanted to do something. If it worked, it worked, but I was all in to follow the system. And I thought, if I'm going to promote this has to work for me. And just like Donna's saying, I mean, you don't have to know everything. She was coming to me and going, well, what do I do next? I'm like, I don't know. Like, let's go into the system, So she's like, what do you mean you don't know? And I'm like, no, I'm just following the system. Like, did you do the guides? And so we just were kind of doing it together. And I said, if this is going to be something we promote, and it has to work for us. And that's why we're so adamant with people. Like, we know for a fact that this works. And it's like a recipe. I tell everyone, you cannot leave an ingredient out, or you're not going to have the same result. And Donna just took the bull by the horns, and she's like, okay, I'm just going to do what and got into the system, got into the boards, got into everything that's done for us. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. I keep telling everybody, I can tell when someone does not follow the 7-day launch, does not follow the tracker. We didn't even have the tracker, actually. So that's another bonus that we have now. But what I can tell right away, and I'm like, trust me, trust this process, because it's all laid out for us. We just have to get in there and do the do. And we keep saying that. And Donna is just living proof. I mean, turning her life around so quickly, and being able to now, have that freedom and be able to, the real gift though, because everybody here can do exactly what Donna did, exactly what I did. It is a lot what you're saying, James, and how Cindy and Lindsay, teach the rock star versus the system. You can't beat the system. Rock stars can fade out, but if you stay connected to the system and you keep doing the 10 and 2 on repeat. Donna and I did not know the comp plan. She kept coming to me. I'm like, I have no idea. I'm not your comp plan girl. Let's get James. Everything was, let's get James. Let's get Cindy. Let's get Lindsay. But I just want to tell everybody, don't focus on that. I didn't focus on my back office. I didn't focus on even the numbers. I just kept going 10 and 2. And just like you're teaching us today, James, and it's a refresher course for me, really. And because Donna and I were saying, what were we doing back in the beginning, right? And it's the 10 and 2 guys. You get 10 new customers, 10 new brand partners every single month on repeat. To make it easier, we started saying just 3 a week. Just look at it like 3 a week. And it doesn't have to be all customers or all brand partners. We just use that as a gauge. But if you do that and follow that, you can get there. You can absolutely get there. And I think a lot of times people focus on the wrong things. And like Donna, you were focused on your why. You're like, I have to do this. I have to get myself out of this situation. And so whatever your why is, let that be your force. Let that be your guide. Make your vision board, just declare it, and it will happen if you do the do. So a recipe is only as good as the baker. So if you're going to follow it, you follow it to the T. And yeah, so I'm so proud of Donna, and it's just been an amazing, amazing journey so far. And I can't wait to see what this next year brings us all. So
Congratulations. And Danielle, what title are you now?
I'm president.
That's very rare. Not many presidents. It's one notch right above senior officer. One of the top, number two, was number one for a long time, but top leadership grower, meaning she has the most people that are six-figure earners, senior officers in her team in all of North America. Top, what power ranking are you now?
What am I now? 19?
19.
Yeah,
like, guys, this is out of a lot of people in the world, right? And doing incredible business and everything. So congratulations, Danielle. Congratulations, Donna. We just love you guys. You're just such amazing examples of not just the system, but leadership, servant-heartedness. Danielle, if you don't know, she does so many of the things for the entire organization of captioning and posts and anything pretty is probably from Danielle, you know? So congratulations and thank you for that.
Donna, top 10 recruiting and top 10 customers recognized. Yeah, so.
Come on. They're just doing the deal.
And power ranker. So
Yeah.
everything.
everything.
Just win all the stuff. Punta Cana, just all the things. Yes. Donna, Danielle, thank you guys so much. Let's give them lots of love. That's our goal, right? We want all Donnas and Danielles, right? And I saw questions in the chat. How do you get the two? In your boards, there's systems of how to get partners, right? Typically, we live with the drops, we follow up with them, we upsell them, we upgrade them, but you just have to continue to do the do there, right? Everyone's journey is different, okay? Some of you are going to come in and you do your launch post and boom. Some of us, you do your launch posts and not much. That's okay. Remember, 90 days will change your life. I think about Paula Allen, our newest, did she just say director? Newest director. 90 days ago, if you know her story, she was nowhere on the map of the business. 90 days later, if you talk to her now, she's just a heat-seeking missile for business, right? So, but 90 days, we all start at different places, right? So some of us, you're like, all right, make a post, cool, there's some engagement. Great. Some of us, it's not much. Where are we going to go? We have all the tools in place, but you have to focus on the long term in mind and just keep on doing that daily do and just trust the process is going to happen for you, right? So a couple last things here is this all goes towards, we are now officially going towards our biggest event of the entire year. This is the one that we cannot mess up. PXP in Dallas specifically. There's many around the world. We have many people around the world in our organization. But Dallas is huge. If you're going to Dallas, put a me in the comments below. We're going to party it up. Maybe 6,000 people here. This is the big one. This is the one to not miss. This is the huge one. This is the one where you want to walk the stage. This is the one where you want to bring your people. This is the one where you're going to have unforgettable experiences. So September 11th, we're going to be in Dallas. You want to make sure you grab your ticket. If you did not already, just go to the site and grab it. But everything we're going to do from now on as an organization is geared towards this. Biggest win, grabbing your ticket. Number two, we're going to make sure you walk the stage with a higher title. I want to help every single person here get promoted at least once, depending on your title, probably multiple times as well too. How do we do it? Go back to the basics, focus on the simple, focus on that 10 and 2. All right. So some of us are brand new. Some of us, you're in the place you're like, I'm ready to relaunch. Who here's in that place you're like, you're ready to just start another chapter. You're like, let's go, right? Exactly. 10 and 2 is the challenge that I lay on every single person. But we want to do something fun as well. This next month, that's our target, okay? And how do we do it? Well, we decided as a leadership to come up with something special. And we're thinking, how do we award those that are going to do 10 and 2 this upcoming month? Well, who here would love an exclusive opportunity to actually meet and connect with Dr. Josh Plant himself? If you haven't a chance to meet him yet, he is incredible. The way he describes science and products and health and wellness, he is brilliant. I've learned so much just being in his presence. We're just hanging out in Canada with him, and I'm just mind blown every single time. If you want to do anything major in this business, in this company, you want to get to know everybody. And Dr. Plant is someone you absolutely want to get to know. Top exec on the science and wellness side. So we worked something out And we're going to have an exclusive meet and greet, an exclusive call only for a group. And how is it going to work? We here would love to be in that group right there. This is open for everybody. Okay. Starting now until July 4th, Independence Day out here in the United States. We got 1 month on the clock. If you are able to do 10 and 2 or 12 enrollments with at least 2 activated brand partners, the customers must have at least either a set of drops or 76 PV equivalent, meaning if they buy like Advantage and Sugar Stop and vitamins, if it's at least 76 PV worth, that's fine. We just say drops to make it easy. Okay. This could be through a link, or some of you have inventory, you're doing it on hand. That's fine. Honor rule. Okay. The goal is 10 customers and 2 partners. The 2 partners need to be activated, which is 200 points. That could be either right away or they accumulate that in that time frame. They can do a couple orders, they can get customer, whatever that it is. If you are able to personally enroll 12 people, at least 2 of them being an activated brand partner. Some of you are enrollers. Some of you are like, I just want to get 12 brand partners. Great. You can do that too, right? But at least 10 customers and 2 partners. You will etch your way and slot yourself in with an opportunity to be with that call with Dr. Josh Plant. Okay. They don't have to be on subscription, but of course we should always have subscription. Just hard to track subscription. So of course they even better. Yes, get them on subscription, but for the sake of the challenge, just the enrollment itself. All right. Now, a couple cool things. Donna brought this up right before the call, but you guys saw the shirt. I would have wore my shirt that Donna and Danielle had, and maybe we'll change it. I know someone's like, I'd rather say darn rather than damn. I'm sure maybe we can do something. But who here would love that shirt? It has been an ask. I would wear mine, but it's in the laundry right now because I wore it in Calgary. We will, in this group, for those that qualify, we're going to raffle off some of these shirts. They're not available for purchase right now. They're limited edition, but it is a very cool shirt. It will get you buying questions because you go around, they read the front. They're like, I don't know everything, but I do know. And they're like, what's on the back? They're like, now it's an opportunity, right? And it's a really comfortable, really cool looking shirt. Well done. So those that are in this group, you'll have an opportunity to be raffled off. And if we do decide to make them available, you'll be the first to be able to grab them. Maybe we'll only make that available for people that do 10 and 2, honestly. I think that's kind of cool right there, right? Limited edition, but you need to hit Cedar. There we go. So we have that. Another thing, who here would love to actually have an opportunity to ask Dr. Plant a burning question about anything, wellness, himself, business, whatever? Is that a cool thing where you can actually have a conversation with him as well too, and something from his perspective? So yes, you have a month to be able to do this and get yourself in. We want everyone in. I would challenge everybody, don't take 4 weeks. Be a leader, do it faster. Donna mentioned she aimed to do this in a week, every week. Okay. How fast do you want your goals? When the why is strong, the how is easy. Well, let's do a little challenge here. The first 5 that are able to accomplish 10 and 2, and we have a tracker sheet. It's in the caption. It'll look like this. You can use this or whatever you want to do. You can make a copy of it and fill it in. Send it back to your main upline. The first 5 to do this, track it and submit, will have a guaranteed slot on that call where you'll be able to ask Dr. Plant whatever question that you want. Only 5, because we only have so much time, right? 5. Who here is competitive and you know you're going to be within that 5 right there? I know. Yeah. Game on. So that means more than likely this week, it'll be done. So I challenge you to do that. And hey, even if you're not in the first 5, but you hit 10 and 2 in a week, is that okay for your business? You're going to get paid at least an extra $500, start the duplication process, right? Play the game and it's going to be amazing. Donna, is that all right? Do you feel okay about that? Okay. Sounds good. Perfect. So with that, can you make 6 figures in 6 months? Yes. If you follow the system and you duplicate the system. I would encourage though, be a rock star eventually. Become the rock star, become the ultimate upline, become the champion, but baseline, always lead with the system because that's what duplicates. So who here's down to both become a rock star and implement the system? Put me in the comments. I think both are great, right? Why not? Continue to grow, continue to expand, continue to get to the next level. All right. So with that said, lots of fun. What an academy. Grab your PXP ticket if you have not already. And with that, we do a tracker every single day to be able to document the things that are important. Right after this, we're big on personal development. We have a call called the Breakfast of Champions call, which a lot of our amazing leaders constantly collaborate with. Yesterday, I swapped with Lindsay Yoakum on this, but today I'm going to be doing the topics. So if you're interested in logging on, in just a bit, we have this. I'm going to be covering a topic in 7 minutes or so. It's a phone call on becoming the ultimate presenter part 2. So I've dialed this in. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you want to tune into that, you can catch it, or you can catch it on replay on bocpodcast.com. For Canadians or international people, by the way, there's an app now. So you can check the captions. We'll throw it in the chats. But you don't have to dial in anymore. You can just go through an app as well. Okay. Other than that, Danielle, thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much. How fun. Let's go crush it. 90 days starts now. Let's go run towards PXP. Let's walk the stage and let's go change lives. All right. Feel free to mute yourself. Oh, I got to. Okay. One last thing. I have to, we end with prayer. So if you are somebody that wants to linger for prayer, do that. I have a word for you. If you want to pop off, hey, feel free to pop off as well too. All right. So sorry, God, I forgot. But dear Father, I was listening today and I was reading your word, and you brought me to Isaiah 54, and you said that, don't worry, you're talking about people that felt like their dreams were delayed. You're talking to barren women, was the symbolism in that. And I feel like specifically that was a word for the Champions Network. I feel like there's been people that felt like your business, your life has been barren. You feel like things have been slow. You feel like dreams have been delayed or denied, or challenges have happened. But it says later in that passage in Isaiah 54 to enlarge your tents. That in this season that we're supposed to enlarge our territory, that you're promising and you're bringing a wind of restoration, of reconciliation, of progress and prosperity. But it's up to us to, in faith, accept and believe that word. And I believe that there will be a wave of miraculous transformations. People that seem like they were down and out, completely different in their business. A new wave of officers, a new wave of senior officers, a new wave of people having a story like Donna, having a story like Danielle. Those that accepted this today, that said, Lord, enlarge my tents right now. So we pray that, we accept that, we believe that, and we celebrate and we praise that in advance. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. If you accepted that.